To all those who thought I was done talking about mental health, please listen up because I will not be silent on this topic. This is a topic that needs to be discussed. There are so many going through this, so many dealing with this, and so many that don't know how to come forward and deal with any of these situations. If I can do my little part of having an episode come out weekly, have my own series to hopefully help at least one person out by situations that I've been through from some firsthand experience and other guests I may have in the future that have experiences, then I will definitely continue to do my part. I will not be silent. I will keep speaking on this, for it is important, and it is important to me. Please enjoy today's lesson on mental health, and please check on your people always. Never know what they are going through. Be blessed.
Welcome back to Lawn Dude Unearth. And whether it be afternoon, evening, noon, midday, night, I know I said that in any which kind of order there. But all I'm trying to say is the same thing I say every week. No matter what time of day you listen to this doggone podcast, man, I beyond appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. And I hope that anything that I say, just from firsthand experience and whatnot, will be enough to touch, or better yet, reach at least one person, man. That's my goal, to at least reach one person every time one of my podcasts are released. So this week's topic for discussion, man, is something I've talked about in the past. Keeping your mental through your financials, through your cash flow, through your down times, through your low light real times. So I can talk about this experience firsthand because we're in February now, real time. We're in February 2025. Just started. It's February 7th for real time. And my cash flow, if I'm going to be completely honest with y'all, I'm allowed to be honest with y'all right quick. Alright, y'all, here we go. So my cash flow is not what I would like it to be. So I know for me personally, when I'm like monitoring my accounts and all that going into February, I honestly was scratching my head like, doesn't make no sense. But you know what? It does make sense, because you play catch up on all your bills where you're not out in the field doing regular services. Yes, you get people that pay in full for the whole season. But when you're playing catch up on all your bills, make sure that they stay up. I decided to bet on myself as well this year with the Class A CDL. I had to pay for that school. So that's a good chunk right there that should bless us in the future to where cash flow isn't an issue, is what I'm going to go ahead and say here, because I feel like it's a lot easier to go into December and be like, hey, I have a couple months where I should be able to, where I could, drive for a company, part-time or whatever, at least for the couple months or so. Even if it's a couple days out the week, it's cash flow coming in, right? But it's just that time of year when cash flow is tough. And I know this affects many people's mentals. And I know it's a lot of people who work a regular 9 to 5 and have issues with cash flow just because the way things are. So in my case, man, I do all my contracts, I do all my price increases in November, right? So I even tried to counteract for, like, if prices go up a certain range on certain things like fuel and whatnot, I'll be prepared at certain increase. Well, that was the plan, but what I did not account for is practically all my utilities just going up for increases. And it's frustrating when you done already budgeted for the year. You already have a chunk of clients that paid for the year, and it's at the pricing that should have been right for the year, but you weren't expecting certain utilities and whatnot to go up where they did. So that's where I'm at, and I'm sure many others as well. And not gonna lie to you, I'm an overthinker, man. I was kind of down on myself about this, but then I started to be real honest with myself and just kind of go like, you can't dwell on the past. You know what I mean? And even my wife was saying the same thing to me. She was saying, hey, even me like trying to basically think back like, hey, maybe I should have just waited on that CDL and, had that money in the account. And even she told me straight up like, hey, that already happened and that's going to help us in the long run. It's something I've been trying to do for the longest time. And my permit would have actually expired this week, my CDL permit, to where I would have had to take all the tests all over again. So I got it done in time for that, which is a blessing. I can't sit here and dwell on the past, like she was saying to me. So what I'm doing right now is advertising for the services I would like to do, the services that make me happy. Trying to get ready for the future here. Got taxes I gotta file, which that should be fun. Because again, let's talk about the low light reel. When pretty much everything, just goes to taxes and, making up for expenses and whatnot, you don't really get excited to do things like file taxes. But it's a reason why I say every week, did you check on your people? Because you got to check on your doggone people, man. Like, it's so important to check on your people. Because people go through things all the time. Especially business owners, man. It's so many ups and downs. Like, there are times when I'm completely, like, happy and feeling good about everything. But then to keep it real, keep it 100 with y'all, there are times I reach where I'm just like, this is so frustrating. Or, you have restless nights because you're sitting here overthinking everything. Not because you want to, because you really just can't help it. And that's so doggone frustrating, man. When you have something on your mind, like, I'll go ahead and tell the truth, cash flow has been on my mind the last few nights. And it is frustrating. No matter how much I try not to think about it, it is on my mind. It's a crazy situation to be in too, because we're forecasted to get snow in Northern Virginia, and even if we got 3 to 5 inches of snow anywhere in that range, it automatically like fixes the cash flow for me. So it's like I really can't get too frustrated. I really can't get too much in the part of overthinking, because I believe in God, and at the end of the day, anytime I've been in a low time where I feel like, oh my gosh, how's this going to happen? How's that going to be taken care of? God always comes through on time. For all those going, mismanaged, it's always so easy for people on the outside to talk about how your business goes. So when you have commercial clients who pay late, pay when they want to pay, sometimes it is difficult, especially during slower times of year like now. I still have clients that are paying when they want to pay when it comes to commercial side, including our biggest snow contract. And it's frustrating when you have on the contract that they got to pay within 7 days and they don't. Yeah, you can tack on a late fee, but whoop-de-doo. It's not really a big deal to them that you tack on a late fee. They're still going to take their time. So it's frustrating like that. It really is. So basically, I definitely hope we get some more snow next week. Don't want a lot, to be honest with you, because I also want to be able to start spring services within the next few weeks or so. But if we get a lot of snow, so be it. I'll definitely be happy, and I would definitely take that as a blessing, like for sure. I'm not gonna think negatively about any more snow than expected. I never mind it. You know, it's more work, more opportunities for us. But what gets me is because we live in Northern Virginia, this area can't handle a lot of snow. We had a 10-inch event earlier in January, and this area couldn't handle the snow. It's, that's not bad. We've had way more snow, and I've plowed more snow. I put it to you like this: our shopping center was asphalt by the first day. The roads and turn lanes all throughout the county that we live in, a lot of them were still snow covered. There were big snow banks in a lot of these turn lanes. I'm just kind of like, you got to be kidding me. How's our big old shopping center down the asphalt with just 2 pickup trucks doing it? And all the sidewalks are to concrete. And these roadways with tandem dump trucks, like, I'm talking about a lot of tandem dump trucks. More dump trucks than what they need to cover those lanes. And I know because I used to do the stuff through the state. We used to contract through the state with another in my previous employment. It's always enough dump trucks to tandem across the road, and then you still got extra behind that. So it's crazy how that works. But either which way, I'm telling you in real time that, hey, everything be all right. So all those who are going through the mindset right now, the mindset issues, trying to figure out how to make it, just know it'll be all right, man. Keep your head up, man. Keep your faith in God. I know for me, I'm trying to get to the position where this business doesn't depend on me so much. I was even hoping, I'm hoping to get a couple helpers this year. To be completely honest with you, I'm going to be completely honest with y'all right now, man. I was looking forward to having my son come out here with me. He's 15 now. But I also got to respect the fact that he's just not interested in this type of work. It's just, sometimes it does get frustrating. You own a business and you really look forward to the day that your kids want to come out here and actually work with you. And it doesn't seem like that's the case when it comes to that, which you kind of just got to accept and just be happy that they would like to work at all, you know what I mean? Even if it's not for you. So that's my podcast for this week, man. Really just keep your head up to any type of, I would say, financial woes, cash flow woes. If you're in the lawn and landscape industry, it's something that happens all the time because it's weather based. So no matter how good you run a business, it's almost always certain to have a certain time of year where you're going to have cash flow issues. So y'all take it easy. Y'all be blessed. And once again, keep your heads up. Peace.
Thank you for listening to Lawn Dude on Earth. We talk about all kinds of things here. The good stuff, the tough stuff, and everything in between. If you like the show, please give us a 5-star review. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, and have a blessed day.